Ah, hello there. As you can see, I'm working on this fine grapevine here today. And as I was working on it, I was reminded of the parable of the workers of the vineyard in Matthew 20. Let's see what that says. So in Matthew 20, we read in verses 1 through 5. For the kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out early in the morning to hire workers for his vineyard. He agreed to pay them a denarius for the day and sent them into the vineyard. About 9 in the morning, he went out and saw others standing in the marketplace doing nothing. He told them, "You also go and work in my vineyard, and I will pay you whatever is right." So they went. And so he hires these people first at 9 o'clock, and then this same landowner, he goes out 12 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon, and hires these workers for the same amount. They all agreed to work for the same amount. Then we go down to when they received their pay in verses 10 through 16. So when those came who were hired first, they expected to receive more. But each one of them also received a denarius, same pay. When they received it, they began to grumble against the landowner. "These who were hired last worked only 1 hour," they said, "and you have made them equal to us who have borne the burden of the work in the heat of the day." But he, being the landowner, answered one of them, "I'm not being unfair to you, friend. Didn't you agree to work for a denarius? Take your pay and go. I want to give the one who is hired last the same as I gave you. Don't I have the right to do what I want with my own money? Or are you envious because I am generous? So the last will be first, and the first will be last." All right, so what are we talking about here, right? This parable is really about salvation and God's grace. So Ephesians 2:8 says that we were saved by grace through faith, not of works, lest any man should boast. So we did nothing to deserve God's grace. We did nothing to deserve salvation. If we all got what we deserved, what was fair would have been us all going to hell. But Christ paid the penalty and let us all into heaven. And these workers are much like Christians who have been faithful for a long time in doing good works for the Lord. They get frustrated at people who have been disobedient their entire lives and then at the last minute choose to make Christ their Savior and get welcomed into heaven. And so those faithful Christians for all those years say, "This just isn't fair. I've been preaching, I've been ministering to people, I've been praying, I've been studying the Word, I've been doing all these good things all these years, and yet these people who have been disobedient so long get to go the same place I'm going. I don't get any reward for this." That's exactly what these workers were doing right here. They thought they deserved something from God. They thought God owed them something, and they completely screwed up the idea of God's grace. As they grumbled, "You've made them equal to us who have borne the burden of the work in the heat of the day." But who are we to question how God works anyway? Are we envious because he's generous, like this landowner was? Think also about the story of the prodigal son, where the older son served his father for many years faithfully, and the younger son went out and blew everything. But when the younger son came home and chose to not live in debauchery anymore, the father held a huge party for him and welcomed him back like nothing ever happened. Like, "Yeah, that's great, welcome back home." And the older son got envious, just like these workers did. And he said, "All these years I've been faithful to you, and you never held a party for me." And the father's reply was, "Son, all that I have is yours." So at any time, the older son could have had a party. The older son could have taken those blessings. So the moral of all these stories, really, the parable of the prodigal son and the workers of the vineyard, is that we shouldn't do good works in a way to earn blessing, in a way to earn God's favor, because we'll never earn God's favor. That's not how it works. Rather, we just need to recognize what he's already done and what He's already given us. Be thankful for what He's already given you. He's already given you all blessings, all healing, all prosperity. Just reach out and receive that. Act on it. Take it. Believe it. Stop striving for what you already have. Now, I pray that this message blesses you, and please like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed the content. Have a good day.